apocalypse. Now, usually I take these off with a banana knife, as you've seen me do before. But these don't really matter because these are going to be tomato steaks. So those little rough edges aren't going to keep me from building what I need to build. And, of course, I fed this to the goats. And now, I'm going to trim it up, store it until I get my tomatoes in, which I will start putting in plants this week. I always wait till after Easter for our time zone. And even then, you're usually planting what I like to call the sacrificial tomatoes. Because normally a big-ass frost will come and hit them. And you'll try to cover them. But then the one night that you think, oh, I don't have to do it, that's when they'll get up. I'm stacking it up there. It's underneath it's handy to this little garden, which is where I'm going to use it. And that should keep it mostly dry up there underneath the eaves. Okay, so what's the kind of shit I do with it? Okay, so come this way. Let to take pictures of my ass again. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing.
Everybody likes it.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 days ago,
Yes.
I put in 2 elderberry plants that I ordered. And what I did was, I should have made a video, but my wife was busy. So I dug a great big hole, about this deep, not big around. I filled the bottom of it, because there was a lot of clay in it. I took it out, put it over here. I filled the bottom of it with compost from one of the composting barrels.
Okay, yes, from the barrels.
I put that up to the bottom of my plant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put it around the plant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took that clay soil and put it around and underneath because they don't like drought.
Oh.
So the clay is going to help. And then I'll put mulch over that eventually. I don't have any right now, which is why I didn't do it. But the clay itself will help hold the moisture in, and I did that for both of these. And then I put cane around it. Okay, bamboo. I put bamboo around it. Why? To keep me from driving over it and destroying it with my mower. Because that's what I do. I either weed eat the shit out, oh, damn it! Or I run over it with the mower if I just put it in the middle of the yard. Now see, this is my new expanded garden, and I'll have these elderberry plants at the end of my garden, which will make it look perfect.
Yes, it will.
And you can see that my spring garden is coming in very nicely. I also planted a peach tree over here into this flower garden. Again, this is in this garden area. This was a seedling. I'm always throwing out seeds. Anytime we buy fruit, I throw the seeds out. And occasionally they come up, and sometimes they come up where I don't want them. And I'm like, how did that get out of there? Well, I don't know. But at any rate, so I dug that one up and transplanted it. Okay, so I'm getting ready to mow. If Lynn will pan around, she'll take you into the yard and show you. Mm-hmm. I have meadows that I've purposely planted on this place, which are flowers and clovers. When I mow, I'm not going to mow those up. I'm going to mow the grass, because you can see the grass. Some of this fescue is getting really
tall, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to mow that, and I'm going to mow in between. But like that big patch of clover,
right
I'm not
there.
going to mow that. I'm going to let that go to seed.
So you let it go to seed is what you do?
Yeah. And I let all the dandelions go to seed.
Okay.
And all of that. So I'm mostly just going to be cutting the grass in between. So it's a pain in the ass, like everything else around here. And of course, I first have to move that shit off before I can mow. So it's one of those things. Okay, so I am going to tell you this. I got my second Pfizer vaccine on Thursday. So far, so good. I've had very little problem at all. I had fatigue, but that was in the evening after I worked all day, so I'm not sure that's the vaccine.
Uh-huh.
And I had some arm pain. So is it magic? No. A friend of mine and mother's eye doctor said 4 hours after you get the second dose of the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccine, either one, just go ahead and take Tylenol or ibuprofen or aspirin. Whatever you normally take, whatever is good for you. Go ahead and take that. And then take it in 6 hours and take it
whatever the dosing is
about
for that
the
medicine.
First 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. So we all three did that. So far, Mother had no side effects from the Moderna. The second batch, she had some soreness in her arm that really wasn't there unless she touched it or moved it real hard. I had soreness at my vaccination site that sometimes would travel up to my shoulder and my neck. Nothing I couldn't deal with. Also, at the injection site, I just smeared aspirin cream on me.
Yeah.
Smeared it on Lynn, smeared it on Mother. So that doesn't mean that you do all those things, you won't have any side effects, but there's a good chance. So do it. Get the vaccine when you can get it. When you can get it, get it. It's gonna get us back in the game, people. It's gonna make, and we need to do it before we get too many more mutations.
Yes.
So until then, wear your damn masks in public, whether you've had the shot or not, because we don't know whether having the shot means you could be an asymptomatic carrier now. Just wear your mask. Social distance. Still don't get together in great big groups. Keep those groups small. Keep them outside. Keep them, if you're going to do them inside, open all the windows. It's not that big a deal. It's warm now again. It's warm now again, and if we all do the right thing by fall, things will be mostly back to normal. Wouldn't that be nice? The only way that's not going to happen is if the people, the minority that's been pushing all this shit so far, continues to do that, and they continue to push the plague. The minority in this country are making laws that affect all of us. They're passing, in Arkansas, they have passed one hateful law after another. They've passed voter restriction laws, they have passed anti-trans laws, 2 of those, and the worst abortion law in the country. In this state, you cannot get an abortion unless your life depends on it. Not for rape, not for incest, no other reason. The Republicans keep saying they're against big government. They're against big government if it's going to pass a law that doesn't allow them to buy a new assault rifle. But they're okay with big government making rules that affect your personal life, your personal body. They're the same as the Crusaders that marched on the Holy Land. It's okay as long as they're doing it for God. It's not all right. That is the essence of big government, to pass laws to stifle creativity and to stifle personal freedoms. Stand up, my peoples, stand up. They're making it harder to vote. You work harder to be able to vote. Don't make that an excuse not to vote. They make it hard, we'll still go to the polls. We'll vote their asses out. We'll show them how we feel about them governing every freaking aspect of our life. This has been a public service announcement.
And next I'll show you the flowers next door.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, I'm just going to show you, before she mows, some of the places where there are flowers that she will probably leave. And when she's done, I will show you the islands she actually leaves. Now I know she'll leave some of that over there around the redbud and that little flower bed, because there's so many flowers in the yard. And there's a whole bunch of clover over here. She'll leave a lot of that. She will not leave all of this because she has to mow some of the grass. And almost the entire front yard is these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flowers, all kinds of them. Anyway, I'll show you when she's done.